Hi guys, so today in this video I am going to discuss about the engine specification of the Ecosport. So this is the Ecosport 1.5 liter petrol Dragon engine. This engine is codenamed as Dragon. So what the specification of this engine is, it's a 1.5 liter TI VCT petrol engine. The engine displacement is 1497 to 1499 cc. That is 1500 cc 3 cylinder petrol engine, which terms out a power maximum power of 122 PS at 6500 rpm or 123 PS at 6500 rpm, and max torque at 149 newton meter to 150 newton meter at 4500 rpm. The transmission comes with a 5-speed manual transmission or a 6-speed torque converter, which is not available in the top model. And the fuel economy is like around 15.9 to 14.7 kmpl for the automatic, 15.9 for manual, but I am getting around 12 kmpl approximate because very less mileage. So it is a the valve system is like a DOHC, which is a double overhead camshaft. The performance is like 1.5 to 3 cylinder petrol engine provides a linear smooth power delivery with suited for both city and highway, because if you can see, it's a natural aspirate engine, to be frank. So natural aspirate engine means like it's a free revving engine like you see in Maruti. So what this engine does is you can easily accelerate in low speeds. The pickup is great from this engine, and you get an immediate response. But torque doesn't have this engine doesn't have much torque if you compare the diesel engine. So for me, I take the TDCI engine because Fords are known for that engine. This engine is somewhat okay, but TDCI engine is a legend. So there is no comparison, or there is no displacement to displacement with that engine. So there is no replacement to displacement with that engine. Okay, yeah. So that's a point. And this car comes with a 6-speed automatic also, but not in the top end model. So it's like a convenient driving experience in this traffic. I'm more away from a dual clutch transmission or torque converter. Earlier it was a dual clutch or torque converter, dual clutch transmission, and now it's suited to torque converter. And you also have a paddle shift in the automatic, which is not available in the manual, because manual is like uh, you don't have the feel of automatic in manual. So paddle shift and all only available in the titanium variant, which is not a top of the line variant. Top variant only comes with a manual transmission. So paddle shift and all available on the automatic spec, not in the manual spec, because manual in manual cars you don't see any paddle shift. Sorry for that. If I need to tell, I need to clear clearly, because automatic EcoSport also comes with a paddle shift like you see on Honda cars. And economy wise, the engine focuses on balanced daily driving efficiency with a usable power. Like it's a 3-cylinder configuration, which helps with fuel consumption. Yeah, somewhat it helps, but not much great if you compare with the diesel. And also there's other engine options also available, which is discontinued in this car, which is a 1 liter turbo petrol that produces around 124 bhp at 6500, so 6000 rpm, and 170 newton meter torque at 1500 rpm, which comes with a 6-speed manual. Earlier it was a 5-speed unit, but later Ford launched a 6-speed manual transmission. And this is like 1497 cc producing engine with 123 PS. This petrol engine, which this is having, this vehicle is having. So it's a 3-cylinder engine. You can see the cylinders around here, and all the coolant. You can see coolant here, batteries, and there's a wiper washer fluid. And the good thing is like this bonnet is insulated, because in current gen cars you don't see the insulation. So this is properly insulated. So hands off the Ford to do these things. If you see the Kia Sonet and all, you don't realize where's the hood insulation. but they don't provide, the Koreans don't provide it, but Ford provides. In the era of 2013 itself, Ford provides this one. This is not a 2013 model, but still it has this. The engine is very neatly laid out and almost a reliable engine. The car didn't had much issues with this engine. This car, to be frank, has not serviced from 2 years, and these many years this car is not properly serviced. Still, also this engine didn't give us any trouble. Still, this engine is working properly with any other issues. Yeah, sometimes the battery will be dead in usually points where the car is not running properly. Yeah, that need to be checked. But other than that, the engine related works, nothing happened for this car. Perfectly running engine is very reliable. Who said Toyota is reliable? See this engine. Even there is no complaint with this engine. The engine is very good. There is no issues. The car has done around 35,000 kilometers. There is no single complaint with the engine. It's very neatly laid out, and you can see the lot of space because this engine is like as a Ford claims like a A4 sheet size engine because it's very tiny engine. If you see the TDCI engine, it will be covered all the area, but this engine you can see this much space is left in the bonnet for the hood, and all the equipments are like uh, done in a perfection. Like if you can see, everything is laid out properly. It's very neatly laid out engine, to be fair. But you don't see any covers like that because it's like a small engine. So why do we need the cover? So talking about the EcoSport automatic, automatic is a better choice if you're driving in traffic conditions because automatic also has a power manual mode with a paddle shifter. So you can drive with that paddle shifter. If you can see the Endeavor doesn't have that automatic paddle shifter, but this one has this EcoSport because Ford only gives the paddle shift with the EcoSport. So EcoSport has a paddle shift, and that makes very easy driving in manual mode. And this car comes with a sports mode in automatic, which is like sportier driving, and the automatic is very smooth, and you don't feel any lag if you're driving in a low RPM. And this is the manual transmission we have here because this is a titanium model, though you don't get any automatic option in this because titanium S and titanium option doesn't have automatic, only titanium versions have. So the titanium version is a better choice if you are looking for automatic, and titanium yes, if you're looking for sporty looks, then you don't you need to compromise with the automatic transmission because titanium S model or the top of the line model doesn't have the automatic transmission. Actually, this car is decent new, so I don't need to tell. But if you are planning to buy a used car, then automatic is not available in the top one titanium S model. So titanium S, you need to compromise the automatic transmission. You don't get the automatic here. Only the manual transmission is available, which is a 5-speed unit. You can see in the diesel version the same here. At EcoBoost, you have a 6-speed manual transmission. So that is like a somewhat relaxed driving you will get as compared to the 5-speed manual transmission. And the gearbox is very smooth and there is no much issue. The clutch travel is little long if you see. And titanium, what you get is like a aluminum pedals. So actually Ford has given aluminum pedals automatic also, but I think this titanium you 100% get aluminum pedals, which is like grippy pedals. Clutch is like somewhat not hard, but with long travel. But it's very smooth and like if you're driving in traffic conditions also, this car can easily pick in second gear. You don't need to shift always to first gear. So in my opinion, if you are looking for an automatic, then titanium is not an option. Titanium you're going to go. But if you want manual transmission with top end model or top end model if you want, then you need to go only with manual because there is no automatic here. And automatic I already said paddle shift is available and many more features. So better, whereas if you want convenience, then automatic is a better choice. And if you want enthusiastic feel, then manual is a choice. There is no replacement for a manual transmission. So in my opinion, uh, support diesel engine is a better choice because of many reasons. First one is it is a 1.5 liter TDC engine So I will tell that specification of that engine. So that engine is around, so that engine is the, if you see, this is the BS6 compliant model. So in the BS6, Ford has just had made some changes. So the BS6 combined 1.5 liter TDC engine. This is a BS6 combined Dragon engine, and the 1.5 liter TDC engine, which is the Ford's famous engine, and many of the EcoSport owners love that engine. And many of the EcoSport which I seen in the road comes with that 1.5 liter TDC engine. So that engine is a 99 bhp engine at 3750, that is 3750 rpm, and 250 newton meter of torque at 1750 rpm to 2500 rpm. It is paired with a 5-speed manual transmission. That engine comes with a 4-cylinder turbocharged configuration. This is a naturally aspirated engine, that is a turbocharged engine. So it delivers around efficiency of about 21.7 kmpl, which is better than this engine. So mileage, you guys need to compromise with this engine, because this engine and EcoBoost engine, these two engine of the petrol engine of the EcoBoost doesn't have much mileage. So better go for the TDC engine, because if you want mileage, I don't advise this engine to go, because if you're looking for a manual and that too with a great efficiency, then diesel is a better choice. And if you want automatic, then diesel EcoSport doesn't have any automatic transmission, so you need to go for the petrol engine, which is this Dragon engine, or the 1.5 liter Dragon engine. So automatic, if you're looking, then EcoSport petrol only has that, diesel doesn't have. If you're looking for a manual around with great efficiency, then diesel is the best choice, because diesel is the only one which has better mileage. So manual transmission with titanium model, sports model, that is the top of the line model with manual transmission, then diesel is the only option with having more efficiency. If you have money, then if you don't care the mileage, then this is the engine. But if you want mileage, then 1.5 Dragon engine is the option. 1.5 TDC engine is the only option. Not the Dragon engine, TDC engine is the only option. So talking about the engine, and EcoBoost engine also, like company claims 18, but usually owners don't get that. And that engine is a turbocharged engine, so usually you get complaints. And that engine, like, it produces around uh, it is like somewhat like a very small engine, and it is like with the turbo, it only gives around 18 company claims, but not much mileage, because since it's a petrol. And automatic transmission only available this 1.5 TI VCT or the Dragon engine, not with EcoBoost or the TDCI. Again, I am repeating. Manual transmission, if you're looking with mileage, then diesel is the only option. If you don't care of mileage and you want manual and petrol, then go for petrol engine. And if you want automatic, then diesel doesn't have, only the option with petrol. So go with petrol. Ford didn't launch diesel automatic like Endeavor has. This one doesn't have. So this is a 1.5 TDC engine. With a 1.5 TDC engine, I need to tell the specification. The 1.5 TDC engine has a displacement of 1498 cc, that is 1500 cc around. The max power is 98.96 bhp, roughly around 100 ps at 3750 rpm. Max torque at 250 Nm at 1750 to 2500 rpm, that is 2500 to 1750 to 2500 rpm. This one is having 3-cylinder, whereas the diesel has 4-cylinder. So better advice is this 3-cylinder has some vibration issue, so better go for diesel, because diesel engine doesn't have much vibration. This engine has a lot of vibration. Like you sit in a wagon, you feel the vibration, right? In 3-cylinder. In Maruti, same has this engine, same vibration here. So it's having a number of cylinders 4, and fuel supply system is direct injection with the turbocharger, yes, and 5-speed manual only you have, and the drivetrain is front wheel drive. ARI mileage is the main part, that is 21.7 kmpl, and top model, like some models get up to 23 kmpl, and usually more than that, around 25 also you get. Fuel tank capacity again 52 liters, same as the petrol. And emission standard is again BS6. PS4 also better. BS6 is like uh, there's some changes has made the Ford tuning. You see if you compare it to BS4, but somewhat same, but it compliant to that emission. So yeah, that's all, guys. So this is the engine specification, and I told about all the three engines option available in this car. So EcoSport you want with great mileage and this heavy body vehicle, then go for 1.5 diesel. And if you want mileage is not a concern, then vibrations and all you can tolerate. Then if you want petrol, then buy this one. But you need to compromise with mileage. Yes, of course. And 1 liter, I don't advise because it is having some issues, complaints. But you get a 6-speed manual transmission in Titan ES option like that variants. If you're buying any 2018 model Titan ES 1 liter EcoBoost engine, then you have a 6-speed option, 6-speed manual transmission option. So that's a better. If you are driving in highways, you feel that 6-speed manual transmission is a good choice. So yeah, guys, that's all.